Hello, welcome to our special live stream series, COVID-19 Frontline on CGTN. I'm Zoyun. COVID-19 Frontline is a special live show which usually offers a platform for medical workers from China around the world to share their experiences on fighting and containing COVID-19. But today, our focus and also the makeup of the guests will be very, very special, which I will explain very shortly. And apart from the discussions among our guests, we also take questions and also comments from our followers on various social platforms such as CGTN app official website, CGTN official account on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Sina Weibo. So feel free to leave your comments and questions on those platforms with the hashtag of my opinion on COVID-19. We look forward to your input. And today, we have very, very special arrangement for the show because we have 5 families from 3 different countries, the United States, China, and also Canada, to share with us their happiness, their sadness, and also their most unforgettable stories that they have experienced in this past period of time, which is a very hard time for everyone to going through this pandemic globally. And now, before we officially start, let me introduce to you all of them. Well, first of all, we have a family from the United States. They are Krista Wingward, a high school counselor, and Jay Wingward and Anthony in the States with, wow, so many kids now. It's a full house. It's Gracie, Savannah, and also their cousins, Anna, Sadi, and Amelia. Thank you so much, everyone. We understand it's really late there in the States, so thank you so much for joining us. And we also have a family from Canada, is Dr. Bao Lixian, and who's a psychologist in Canada with his son, Andrew Bao. Hello there. Thank you for joining us. Hi. We also have a family joining us from Beijing. It's Professor Yi Wang Chen, who's a math professor at Tsinghua University, and also Jessica Xu, product manager from Google. And with 2 girls is Athena and Amy. Hello there. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. And also we have Dr. Chen Chen with his son, Danny. Dr. Chen Chen is a pediatrician from Hunan Xiangya Hospital from Central South University, and also their friend, Cindy, who's now a student from the University of Toronto. Thank you for joining us. And finally, we have a former colleague of mine and now an educator in Chengdu, Yang Weihan, with his son, Stamen, right? Hello there, Stamen. How are you? Hi, everyone. So you look happy and healthy, which is good, right? So first of all, a really, really hard question to the kids. How long have been staying in home with your parents, and how are you enjoying it? And who want to be the first one to answer the question? And remember, before you answer the question, please, every time before you talk, remember to unmute yourself. Who want to be the first one? How about let's start with the girls from the States? Oh, okay, Danny, just a little bit. Let's lady first, okay? Be a gentleman. Thank you. Okay. Hello. So how
Hi.
long, girls? Hi, Krista. How long have you been staying at home? Or are you having go back to school already?
No, so things started closing down about mid-March. So it's been about 12 weeks that
Mm-hmm.
we've really been mainly just staying at home, and things have slowed down quite a bit here. They are starting to open back up, and activities are starting to happen again, but very, very slowly.
Wow, it is definitely a hard time for them. Let me ask Amelia, who's the youngest in there, right?
Yes.
Is it the first time for you to stay at home for so long? How are you enjoying it? Do you feel happy, or you can't wait to go back to school? Which one do you prefer, staying at home with your parents or going back to school?
What do you prefer?
How do you feel, Amelia?
How do you feel?
Going back to school.
You're excited to go
Uh-huh.
to school?
Why? What do you miss the most about school? Your friend, teacher, homework? Why do you want to go back to school?
Friends.
Okay, sorry, can you speak a little bit louder because I didn't really hear that. What was that? Or other girls, do you have answers?
Yeah, why do you guys want to go back, or why do you like staying home? What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I like staying home because
Yeah, okay.
school.
So say that loudly, and why?
Because I miss my friends.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's really interesting, and also because I guess you now might your phone might be a little bit stay away from you. So every time when you speak, you need to turn up your voice a little bit so that the viewers around the world can hear you loud and clear. Good. Thank you so much, girls. That's very good. And now let's go to Danny, the brave man who just raised his hands. Hi, Danny. How are you? Hello. How old are you? Tell us, how old are you?
I'm 6 years old.
You're 6 years old. Wow. So how have been enjoying stay at home? Do you like staying at home with your mom?
Happy.
Happy? Do you want to go back to school?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you want to go back to school? What do you miss the most? Yeah, 你为什么想回学校呢？
因为幼儿园可以见到好朋友。
Because you really miss your friends, right? Wow, I guess so many kids now who are spending a lot of time at home. Sorry, Danny, what was that?
还可以踢足，还可以学足球、篮球。
So you want to play basketball. I know you can speak English, so you can try next time to speak with your English, because I heard your English is really, really good, so that our your counterpart, your friends from the States and Canada can understand you as well, right? So okay, so Stamen, what are you having in your hand? Do you want to show to your friend in other countries? Is that a transformer? Because sorry, I don't know the name. Unmute yourself, please, before you speak.
So what is it?
Transformer.
War machine. War machine.
It's a war machine from Marvel superhero things.
Oh, nice.
It's
It seems you're
favorite.
really enjoying the time at home, right, Stamen?
You like to be with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you like to be with your dad? How's your dad treating you? Good?
He's a man.
Short-tempered? We're nice?
就教我英语。
Oh no. Sometimes he got me mad sometimes, and I taught him English during his stay at home. I mean, I think it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to be with your kids for such a long time, especially for the kids who's above age of 3 for such a long time. I think he enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it as well.
You enjoyed all of them, or you enjoyed like most part of it, but there's some part of them that you feel really mad of?
Most of the time.
What about the Chen family? You're now laughing so hard, but it looks like you have 2 girls. It should be easier for you to handle, right? Because the girls are usually sweeter and they're like more, nicer, or they don't have that much of a damage doing at home. So Professor Chen, you need to unmute before you speak. Thank you.
Yes, it's a blessing to be able to be with girls and spend a lot of time with them. Do you want to say something? Like, how do you feel about being at home?
It's really different from spending most of your time at school, where you have your friends and your teachers. Well, now there's all parents and siblings, and often you get into fights with your sister. But it's
Do you
been a really
fight a lot? How do you girls handle each other? Do you fight a lot, or it's like a peaceful time?
We fight a lot, and sometimes we're really close.
Most time are close, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you love each other more, or now you hate each other more?
It's hard to say because
It's hard to say, seriously. How about your younger sister? Do you love your sister more after staying such a long time at home with your sisters and parents?
Do you love staying home?
Amy?
Sometimes.
Well, okay. Oh, for our kids, I think for the parents, it seems they're really enjoying spending some more quality time with their kids, but the kids are think the answers really vary. Some of them say yes, right? But some of them say that they can't they can't just wait to go back to school. And another thing I really want to ask our parents and kids today, because the pandemic has brought so many changes to our lives, whether you like it or not. And one of them is that the kids need to spend an increasing number of time on online classes because they have to take the education, remote education from home and doing it online. So how do you feel about that? Spending more time learning online, was the challenge? What was it like something that you think is good? What about you, Dr. Bao? How's you and your son handling with this increasing amount of time spending online learning?
I think the hardest part is how you organize your work, like what's due today, what's due tomorrow. And we learn from the videos that the teachers give us, so it's really easy to just wander away and go search something like you like to play and stuff like that. So but I think like the good thing is that if you use like Zoom like in somewhere else, you like know more about the website, so like in future you can use it like more often.
Wow, you're 8 or 9 years old, right?
Almost 9.
Almost 9, but you talk like so organized, right? You talk like a little doctor. Wow, that's very nice. So how about other girls and boys? Let's ask the Wingward family. How about the girls learning from home? Because I know, Krista, you're a professional, you're a school counselor, right? So compared with other parents, you could provide more assistance to them, more help to them in learning at home. So can you share with us in this process, what is your usual role in helping the kids to get used to this changing situation?
So I feel like one of the most critical parts of that for my really how to put the most important parts of their day first. So that organizational piece has been really important. I've also seen my kids help one another. So for instance, if one of my girls needs help in math and they don't have their teacher right there to help them, then one of my older boys could step in and help them with that math. Or, there's all kinds of opportunities for them to help one another and serve one another. And it is a unique experience in our family to have this time to be together and to kind of figure this out together.
Mm-hmm. Let's ask the Sadie is the oldest among the girls, right?
Yes.
Zadie, how are you feeling with learning or spending so much time learning online? Do you feel it difficult, or you think actually it's easier and also happier with more flexible time?
I think it's harder because
Why?
You don't have your teachers and classmates to help you when something confuses you.
Yeah, what about other girls? Is anyone think it's easier or happier when they are taking class at home instead of going back to school?
Yeah.
Savannah? Mm-hmm.
Sadie, do you want to share on that?
Yeah, I think it's easier because it's really kind of organized in a computer. So
I think they found that some areas that they're learning, they can get through more quickly independently than they can when they're in the classroom. So when they're learning on their own, sometimes there are certain things that they just can learn quickly and learn very easily on their own. So, and other times they need their peer support and their teacher support. So they're kind of learning what their strengths and weaknesses are as well in their learning and what kind of support they're needing.
Yeah, I think this really well said, Krista, because I look online, I look this interview online, and it interviewed many kids asking them about, what courses they think is most challenging when they learn online. And many of them surprisingly say just one thing. It's one course, which is math. They think it's really, really difficult to learn it remotely. So I really want to ask a professional, which is a professor from Tsinghua University. You major in math, right? So maybe for your girls, it's easier to learn math, right, from home. Or what is your role usually like when they take their math classes online?
Okay, it's hard to explain because I'm used to teaching college students, and
It's very
so
different,
that's
right?
very different. And I am kind of I don't know anything about teaching young kids, and I'm learning from teaching my kids, and they will often tell me that my explanation is much worse than mom's. And that's usually the case. So I have to figure out. So I don't really have anything insightful to say in terms of like helping kids, but I think I'm learning myself that I shouldn't try to teach too much and try to focus on what it is that they're able to manage. I tend to try to give them way too much and challenge them way too much, and that backfires quite a bit. So I'm still learning on that front.
Wow, that's really impressive. How about you, Athena? Your dad saying he's keep learning and improving himself in better tutoring you girls. Did you see any improvements, changes in this process in the past few months?
I think he is improving, and I myself, I prefer learning independently because I can go at my own pace and I can go faster than the majority of my classmates. And sometimes I can learn it slowly by myself. I can rewatch all the videos. Unlike in physical, when you're learning physically, the teacher only explains it once, and the class won't wait for you to ask the teacher to explain it again.
Wow, I think I get two messages from what you just speak. The first is it seems you're giving an A to your dad's performance, right? The second is like you're actually learning. You can learn by yourself. You don't really need your dad's help during this e-learning process, right? Wow, independent girl. So I really want to ask parents another question because it was a very, very hard time for the kids, especially at the beginning, because it is something that we have never experienced before, and it's also something that the kids, of course, have never been experienced before. So I suppose this is really, really something hard at the beginning because they are forced to stay at home. They can't really play outside. They can't really meet their parents. So how can we? First of all, we need to keep the children healthy and safe. And the second is not only, healthy physically, but also healthy mentally. So I want to ask the professionals here in our dialogue. It's Dr. Chen Chen. So you are a pediatrician in Xiangya Hospital. So can you share with us from, a professional perspective about some of the tips that you have been given to parents in the past few months about helping their children to keep healthy, keep fit at home?
Actually, I think most of you know how to prevent the virus. Although I'm a doctor, maybe I know as the same as you because there are so many informations from the internet. But from the experience of our struggle in Wuhan, I think the most important thing is cutting off of the virus. So for the kids, I think Danny performed very well in this period because he never told me that he want to go outside. So
really?
Yes.
Now, what does he usually do? What you made him doing at home to make him so fulfilled and happy? You have to feed him, right? 3 meals a day. That's first thing first. And then what else?
We do a lot of things at home, especially the handcrafts. I learned a lot in this period. These are made by us together.
Oh, that's so cute. Show that to us, Danny. Wow. That's interesting.
He said that he feels happy that I can stay at home for so long time. As before, it cannot be imagined because I'm so busy. So,
but if you could give some tips to the parents today who are not only in our dialogue but also watching this live streaming, if you could give them a few tips or a few suggestions to help their kids better adapt to these changes of staying at home? What will that be from a professional perspective or from a mother's perspective?
I think because sometimes we will discuss this situation, the virus at home. He may hear what we were saying about, and he gradually understood this situation. So it's very easy for him to accept this these measures, staying at home and wear masks and clean hands, using the sanitizers, and we also told him eat the foods that could be cooked thoroughly. So every day, he gradually understood this situation.
Okay, so it's like a gradual, right? It's like a gradual process, no rush, right? We should take time, be patient, and educate the kids, and also spend more quality time. So that's really interesting because Dr. Chen and Danny, they spent some time making those aircrafts and also some other works. What about other kids? So how about you, Wei Han? Besides teaching English to Stamen, what else do you do to stay happy? And also because I can see that Stamen is really energetic kid, right? You need to unmute before you speak. Thank you.
Okay, Stamen. Here we are. So yeah.
So what do you do with your dad? Yeah, Stamen.
How about you? Would you please repeat the question?
Yes, Stamen. So what did you usually do with your father or with your mom when you spent time together at home?
他们做什么事，爸爸妈妈给你做什么事情？
Or Wei Han, yeah, you can answer that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so my wife and I made plans for Stamen during that period of time, things that he had to do every day, and I taught him English, and we did PE together, and my wife taught him Chinese, mathematics.
He's very young to learn mathematics, right? He's only six. Wow. Are you your tiger father? I think we might have some technical difficulty connecting with Wei Han, which we'll connect to him later, right? So now I see the girls in the States are holding something so beautiful. Hello there, girls. Can you introduce to us? What have you made? It's really, really amazing. Is that a painting? And what else?
So I'll just introduce this really fast. I think with this time, it's kind of been a gift. We've been able to focus on areas that we don't normally get to focus on. So we've focused on physical activity, which is so important, and social activity and learning new skills. So they can share with you some of the things they've done. Anna, do you want to share about the hiking and what you've done with that?
Yep.
Oh, Sadie? Okay, go ahead. Quickly. Do it in Chinese. Speak loudly.
我们是去很多的 hikes 和是去山上在一起和是画画在这个的石头和是说很多的好说的
So
wow.
Sadie shared about making these rocks with inspirational quotes, and then we would go on a hike and they would leave them in places where others could read them and, I don't know, just have a happy thought or idea in their mind.
I think so. And your Chinese is so good. I understand every single word you've said. That's really good. What are those paintings, girls? Can you introduce to us?
Speak loudly.
We had an art class, and so she taught us how to paint these, and so we painted them all.
So they did some online art classes, and they did these are some ideas of some of the things they've done. Another thing, Gracie, do you want to share about your cousin book club?
Um,
Or
yes, ma'am.
I'll say go. That'd be
Is that a bread? It looks like a bread to me, but I can't see very clearly.
Okay.
Can someone introduce to me what that is? Who made it?
It's bread, and we've been learning how to make it.
Wow.
So things that they don't normally have time to learn, like baking bread. Gabby, do you want to share one thing?
我和我的七个表妹坐在电脑上读书。我们开始在3月和我们读完3个书。
Wow. So the translation, I understand, is so good. The translation of that is she and also with her cousins, they spent time in front of the computer reading books, and they have finished 3 books, right?
Yes. So their cousins, there are 32 cousins, but about 8 or 9 that are near their age would meet together twice a week, and they had an online book club. So it was a fun way for them to socially connect and stay in touch with their cousins and do something, I don't know, fun and learn and grow and just have a different kind of experience.
Right. They're really lucky, I think, because first of all, they have a really big family. They have kids, to play with within a short relations. But for some kids, I don't know, some of them are the single child in family. Is that true, Andrew? How about you? Do you have anyone to play with you? Your dad?
Well, most of the time my dad is doing work and my mom is studying for getting in a university. So I just play with myself indoors and outdoors.
Oh no, we also spend a
no,
lot
of
of time with you.
Of course.
And my
dad also takes me outside for walks. Also, my mom does that too, and I can ride my bicycle.
Yeah, even though the school is closed, for Angel, he's still very busy, for everyday routine.
Because
because you have a lot of stuff to do, like what?
Like I have art class, and I have piano class, and I also have to practice 2 hours piano every day, and I also have to do online work and math. That my mom and dad taught for me.
Yeah, every time you talk, you're like this, little doctor, as I said. You're so organized, so self-disciplined. So are you a straight A student at school? You must be, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Grade 3,
yeah. Wow. And also I have a question for you, Dr. Bao, because so many parents, I don't know whether it's the case with our parents today, but so many parents that I talk to have said that sometimes, especially at the beginning phase, their children have become some kind of rebellion or more rebellion because there's so many to handle for a kid, the pressure, so many changes. So it's really a tough time, especially for the kids to go through. So I want to ask you, as as a psychologist, what are some of the things that you have helped your kids to go through this particular hard of time?
Okay, yeah, it's not easy, especially for parents when we are busy with work, and then suddenly you need to stay with your kids 24 hours and 7 days. However, it's a time for the family being together. So I think the difficult part is you really need to know your kid, and you need to stick to the routine, plan something for your kids to do. Otherwise, they will feel bored easily. And remember to have fun, whatever your kid want to do. So you just have fun with them, and then it will be easier.
Right. So keep them busy, keep them happy, and keep them healthy at the same time. It's really challenging thing to do at the same time, all in one, right? Let me ask
it's challenging.
Yeah, it is challenging. What about for you, the Chang family? Because I know I think it's a challenging time for everyone. What about your family? what do you think are the biggest challenges to go through this special period of time during the pandemic?
I think since we've been staying at home for almost five months since the beginning of the Chinese New Year, and then even though we try very hard to do a lot of family activities together, such as we pick up painting as a hobby for everyone at home, and we practice piano. We figure out a way to play badminton in our house. But really, the biggest challenge that we see are screen time, because we're at home. Both parents are working on their screens, computers or iPad, and kids do a lot of other online activities. And then the way we get information are from screens as well. So we become so dependent on screen that it's hard to keep anyone away from the screen. So that's one of our biggest challenges, how to manage and keep a balance to say, live in the physical world, or get information, get entertained, and get educated through the screens. We're still struggling, and would love to hear how other people are managing that.
You said you're struggling, but I think you're really taking care of your family very well. And I heard you're actually not only helping your family, you're helping many people in India, especially those small businesses, to survive this hard time. Can you share with us a little bit on that front?
So yeah, happy to. So I'm a product manager at a high-tech company, and one thing we do is during the pandemic, we try to use technology to help people to get back on their feet, especially small businesses. So one of the products that we launched during this period of time was to help small businesses to connect with their users in their neighborhood, so that users can find out which store is open and actually provides food and essentials for the neighborhood, also for these to their customers. It's been very well received, and I'm glad I can do my part at home to help people around the world.
Yeah, that's really, really impressive. And let me talk to the girls in the States. Hi, girls. Have you ever been to China before? No? But you must know something about China, right? If talking about China, what is the first thing that usually comes to your mind?
What comes to your mind when you hear about China?
I want to hear answers from all the girls, one by one, because some of them hasn't get a chance to talk, right? So let's start from whom?
Yeah.
Sure.
Our teachers have taught us a lot about the culture of China.
Okay, next one. And also you need to speak a little bit louder because your phone's a little bit away from you.
Our teachers have taught us about what kind of food guys eat. Chinese like eat, and my teacher taught us about the pandas.
Speak loudly. Pandas?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Pandas. What about
Annabelle?
My teachers have taught us a lot about
the language.
Now you're maybe not necessarily your teachers, like you, Chinese food or anything you know about China, the animals or culture, anything.
So we feel so lucky. I think I can speak for all of these girls. They have been in a dual immersion program. So for 6 years and 4 years and 1 year, they've been learning from Chinese teachers. And it's been so neat to learn about the culture and the language and just I feel like all of their teachers have taught us really just what a loving and welcoming and kind culture it is. And we have fallen in love with the Chinese people. We really have.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. And also you mentioned panda, right, Krista, just now. That's one thing I think the girls know. And I think someone has a panda today, right? Because you're from the hometown of panda. Show us, Stamen. Great, great. Can you introduce to us, or your dad introduce to us, why you're bringing a panda today? You need to unmute before you speak, Wei Han. Thank you.
Okay, got it. So why the pandas here today?
Right. Can you
Yeah,
show the
because
girls in the States? Because I think
five
they're
girls.
gonna love it, right?
Yeah. The five girls from the United States. They're currently learning Chinese, and I hope Panda is a very good thing in learning Chinese, because I taught Stamen English every day during that time, and I teach
Mm-hmm.
him English with the help from Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream, and also Velociraptor, Brachiosaurus, Mosasaurus, Pteranodon, Iguanodon from the Jurassic World. The things
Seriously, he can
T-Rex.
understand all of them? That's a lot to digest, right?
Yeah, he remembers everything. Actually, he remembers every name of those robots and the superheroes.
Wow.
Things that I enjoyed a lot when I was a kid. I
Mm-hmm.
think to be a good parent, you need to be like kids and think like kids and do like kids. So my boy especially loves the superhero or things like that. He painted a lot of pictures during that time. So Stephen, can you show them some of the pictures you painted?
Right. Oh, that's the Transformers, right?
Yeah,
I only know one name, which is Transformer. I don't know the name of each one.
Which one is which?
And
Which
Stamen,
one
you,
is?
you drew it
Yeah, you drew it.
by yourself? Wow, that's really good.
This is
And Stamen,
Falcon. This is Armored Hero. This is Bumblebee. This is Gundam. This is Transformer. This is War Machine.
Okay.
This is
okay, it's gonna take
Okay, so
forever.
do you love these things? Do you love these
But
guys?
yeah, he loves it. What about the
Hello?
girls in the States? Do you understand what Stamen just introduced to you in English? Do you understand that? And do you like the panda he's holding? Yes? Well, Stamen, because you have a panda today, I'm gonna give you a special privilege because the girls in the States, some of them can speak very, very good Chinese. Do you want to ask a question to them in Chinese? Something that you're really curious about? Something they really want to know? Do you want to ask the girls? This is really a privilege. You have to value it, cherish it. Okay, 3 seconds. Okay, 你准备好了吗？你想问美国的这些小姐姐什么问题？你可以用中文问，因为他们都会讲中文。Don't be shy. Okay, 3 seconds. Count down. 3, 2, 1, go. What's your question to the girls in the States?
为什么你们那么漂亮？
Oh my god. Oh my god. The girls. It's such a flattering question. The girls in the States, did you enter? Can you repeat it? Statement, can you repeat it?
Repeat it one more time.
Slowly, because sometimes.
Or you need English, right? So,
Why
Or you can speak by.
so beautiful?
Oh. She asked that in Chinese first and then in English. Why are you so beautiful? That's a really hard question. Right? Because Tunas, you really look like dolls. It's really beautiful. Who can answer this question? Either in Chinese or English. It's a really hard one, I know. But this is really something that Stamen wants to know. And he's even bringing a panda to get the girls' attention, right? Why are you so beautiful? Who can answer that? And Andrew, you didn't ask that, but why you suddenly become so shy, Andrew?
Why?
Not shy.
Not shy. The girls, who can answer that?
They're suddenly getting very shy.
I noticed that.
sorry for that question.
Yeah, sorry for that. But it's an interesting one. Yeah. Why are you so beautiful?
Answer it.
Answer loudly.
Sorry.
Say it loudly.
Sorry.
Say it loudly.
因为我的妈妈和爸爸。
Oh my God. That's such a sweet answer because of your parents, right? Wow, thank you.
I paid them to say that.
So it's a sweet
Statement?
question. Sweet question. Thank you.
Sweet. Oh, thank you. What about other kids? Do you have any questions for each other? Danny, you haven't been talking for a while, but you keep moving in there. It seems that to me, you usually want to say something. Let me give you a chance. If you could get a chance to ask the two girls who are really good at math and also many other things, because they have a professor dad and also a very smart mom. So 如果你要问就是这两位小姐姐一个问题，你会问什么呢？你可以用中文问。What do you want to know about them? 你不能再问了，你们为什么这么漂亮 ？Because Stamen 已经问过了。
知道。
我们开了那个。
好，你问吧。The girls from the Chan family, ready? It's gonna be a hard question again, but not why you're so pretty. Another question, okay? Okay, Danny, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
我能去美国找你们玩吗？
No, they're not. Oh, you're not asking girls of the Chan family. You're asking the Wingward family. Nice. So the translation is, can I go to the States? Or can I travel to the States to play with the girls?
Yes,
Is that a yes or no?
对，他问你，
Are you mute?
Can you say it again?
I'm muted.
So he can go to your home? He can visit your family?
Absolutely, yes.
Wow.
Anytime.
Wow. Danny, 你有没有听到？他说你可以去他们家玩，你听到了吗？
He said thank you.
Oh, he said thank you. You suddenly become so shy. Nice. Okay. Let's try to have questions asked and answer from Andrew and the Chen family, because I think they're more like the same type. It looks like they're so organized. They're studying so hard, right? So maybe we try to switch the turn this time. So how about we have Athena? You ask little Dr. Andrew one question. Not a really hard mathematical question. Okay, something easier. It's not. What will that be? Something you want to know about Canada or any other things about the family, about anything. What will that be?
Is studying online in the US different from physical school in the US?
But Andrew, in Canada, yes. Andrew, that sounds like a perfect question for you. It takes logic and everything to answer that, right? Go ahead. 3 minutes essay, right? No. So
repeat the question.
Yes. Athena, can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
Let me repeat the question. Okay. So how different is online school from physical school in Canada?
For one thing, in Canada, online school, we can't meet our friends, so it's like really different than physical school. But online school, you have more time to do your work than physical school. But yeah, it's a little different.
Okay. Athena, you just gave your dad's performance an A. How would you evaluate Andrew's answer just now? Would you give him an A, A plus, A minus, B? How would you score his answer just now?
To be honest, I don't think answers like these can be scored because it's really talking about your own experience, and everyone has a different experience.
Oh, that's very well said. You can give him an A, right? Nice. And also, I really want to ask a question to Wei Han, because I know a few months ago in the community that you live, actually, there was a confirmed case of COVID-19. That was something really huge, right? And I guess maybe at the moment, the entire community was locked down. So can you share with us a little bit on that? Like how you handle that situation and to protect the kids, and also some of the most unforgettable stories with us.
Yeah. It was a very hard time. It's like a deja vu. I mean, most of the Chinese went through the time back in 2003, the time of SARS, nearly 20 years ago. It felt so unreal, so untrue, but everything became so real. When we heard the news that one of our neighbors living just next to my apartment building tested positive for the COVID-19. You know,
a very good neighbor.
Yes, we have many good neighbors. Okay, so the whole neighborhood was in a panic and everyone was scared. Even my friends living in the other parts of the city knew about it. They called me, they phoned me, they text me, but I think the local government and the medical personnel did a very good job to keep us calm and to keep us safe. As you know, our neighborhood is a densely populated area. So this is there was the first case and also the last case in our neighborhood so far.
Wow, that is good. That and the infected person have been fully recovered, right? And your life is now gradually going to normal.
Recovered.
But that English is very good.
No.
Statement, what are you saying? No? Okay.
He says my English is very good.
Oh, really? Where you said it, where he said it?
Hey, how about your English?
How about your English?
Yeah, you have introduced the pictures. Hey, you say you want to say something about the picture.
Can you introduce to us a little bit, Statement?
Yeah, when you want to say a little bit about this picture. I want to be. You say you want to be those superheroes. You told me that you want to be those superheroes. You want to say something about that? You said you want to be those superheroes one day. You want to say something about that? No.
Okay. Now I think before he said anything, the girls are kind of doing a pillow fight already. Is this one of the activities you do?
Yeah. Yes, and I also. Speaking about the pillow fight, and during that time I created a fun part for PE. It is called Jedi fight.
Yes. This is.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we use foam noodles as lightsabers, and we fought each other every day. We fought like Darth Vader and the Skywalker. So jumping and jogging at home sometimes can be boring.
Can be boring. This is not something boring, right? This is something interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. That's right. Okay.
It's interesting to the boys. How about to the girls? The girls from the Chen family or the girls from the Wingward family? Pillow fights were this fight that your uncle Wei Han just said that he created. Which one seems more fun to you?
Well, I don't know much about Star Wars, but it looks very fun.
It looks very fun to you. What about the girls from the Wingward family? Yes.
Fighting.
Sword fighting. Seriously?
Sword fighting.
Wow. What about to you, Andrew? Because to us, you have shown your great talent in studying because you're a straight A student. But I know you have actually many extracurricular activities. Can you show something with this? Because I heard you can play piano. You have other talents as well. Can you show us just one thing?
Yeah, during this COVID-19, we have another online courses, and Rubik's is one of them. So you can solve this. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, now it's next.
Before Andrew, before you do it, let's have the girls guess how much time it's gonna take.
How much time?
So let's make a guess. So the girls from the Ching family, how long do you think that's gonna take, Andrew?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes.
20 seconds.
Show your hands. Okay.
Who said 2 minutes?
Okay.
Oh, okay, you. Okay, remember 2 minutes. And how about the girls, Amy and Athena? What about you?
20 seconds to 1 minute.
That's really higher. That's really high standard. 20 seconds to 1 minute. Oh my God. Okay, Andrew, are you ready?
Ready?
How long do you think it's gonna take? How long do you think you think it's gonna take?
1 minute 10, 1 minute 20.
Oh my God, you're very precise. Okay, let me do the timing, okay? Okay, listen. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my God, he's fast.
Ooh.
Thirty seconds.
Come on.
Okay, 1 minute. Oh, wow, done. Ta-da. Wow, let's clap for him. Wow, that's really good. Let me ask my parents. Oh, sorry, let me ask my colleague. Oh, it's 1 minute and 10 seconds. Bravo. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's so good. So Athena, how are you gonna score him now? Will that be an A or A plus?
A plus.
Finally, A plus. Nice. The girls in the States, was that amazing? Was that good? Wow, nice. And yes, that's exciting, right? And Danny was like, feel so nervous. He even drank some water to feel, oh my God, this is so good. I have to drink some water to calm myself, right? Danny， 你刚刚是不是专门喝了点水压了压惊，觉得太惊人了，太快了，小哥哥做的。
知道，我还没知道，但我想吃。
你还没什？You didn't have a breakfast yet?
So
Because it's so early here, right? What can you do? Can you show us some of the things that you can do? Can you share with the girls and the boys and also our viewers?
这是我的画一本。
It's so exciting.
Yeah, I know. That's after he drinks some water. He's now so energetic. Oh, this is something you drew, right?
Yeah.
是自己画的吗？
自己画的，全部都是自己画的。
Oh, you like Transformer, right? Just like Stamen. It seems that you share the same. Is that the same thing? Stamen 这个跟你画的是不是一样的？都是变形金刚，因为姐姐也不认识。It looks like so similar.
这个是我妈妈画的，其他的都是我画的。
Oh, these are 这是什么小天使吗？ Are these little angels? Can you show to the girls? Can you give them as a gift? Wow, that's so pretty.
Painting is the most good way to kill time, I think.
It's the best way to kill time, right? Nice, that's so pretty.
还有
What about that one? And Cindy also, I think many painters developed in this time.
Yeah.
Cindy, did you draw that?
Nice work.
This is an oil painting for my grandparents. Like my grandma's birthday is this Wednesday, so it's a gift for her.
Wow. But I think you're students majoring in science, right?
Yeah,
but you can. How come you can draw so well?
泰国大皇宫。
Oh, nice. Uh-huh.
Yeah, she took a lot of art class, such as the.
I also took some Caesar class, the Chinese instrument called Huzhen.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you have been staying at hometown for how long?
Like I stay in Canada for like 1 month, and then right now I fly back to China and stay here for already 3 months.
Uh-huh. What do you do now? Do you take? I suppose you take lots of courses also online, right?
Actually, like our winter term is already over. Right now, I'm taking the summer course in the campus, the online courses.
Okay, nice. Well, good luck, Cindy. Well, and finally, I really want to ask something about the to the parents, because now in China we have a special term for our kids now. In Chinese, it's called 神兽. I believe Weihan, you understand, right? 神兽 is like the literal translation is like mysterious monster or mythical creatures. This is something to describe those kids staying too long at home, and now sometimes they can be little devils and sometimes they can be angels. They just switch between those different roles. But one thing have to show that many Chinese parents really want or can't wait to send their children back to school. How about our parents here in the dialogue? Are you really trying the time with the kids, or but somehow like deep down in your heart you also like are counting down the days to send them back to school? What is it like, Krista? Because now, yeah, you have many kids at home. What's your feelings now after 3-4 months after they spend so much time at home?
I'm not sure if that question was aimed at me. Were you asking that to me?
Yeah, I want to ask everyone. So after 3-4 months spending so much time at home, so how do you feel right now? Do you really enjoying spending some quality time with you, but some part of you also feel that you're now really counting down the time to send them back to school?
So I have personally felt like this time is a gift. I feel like, our lives are so busy with so many things. And so for the chance to really be able to slow down and spend time together as a family and focus on what is most important has been a gift in my family. So I've loved the time, and I think it has changed even how I look at things, and maybe doing some things online, and the structure of school is clearly so important, but to blend those, I think that time at home is so important. And we've been able to focus on, what really matters and let go of things that don't matter so much. And also it's given us opportunities to look around and serve and try to help others who are needing help during this difficult time. So all in all, I feel like for my family, it's been a huge blessing.
Oh, thank you. It's a huge blessing to go when we're family. What about you, Professor Chen? So do you share the same way with Krista, that do you think this is a blessing, or is there any other changes that you have been witnessing in this process?
Absolutely. I actually completely agree. We have both, me and Jessica, we have very busy lives and we're passionate about our work. So it's been really challenging to, the kids need the attention and all the time to help coordinate their schedules. And but it's a real blessing to really be able to slow down, or you're forced to slow down, but to spend time. They need the attention, and they need us to help them grow. And I think going forward, I'm not looking forward for them to go back to school. I actually enjoy having the opportunity to take part in their growth more than I would otherwise would have if there wasn't any accident.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Chen. I want to ask Andrew and Dr. Bao, because Andrew, you're such a sophisticated kid. So, and you're also, I believe, very, very observant. So can you share with us some of the changes or a few changes that you have witnessed in your family in the past several months, like the way you deal with each other, the way that you learn at home, and the way that your father treats you? So is there any changes, major changes, big changes that you have seen in the past few months, Andrew?
Well, it's like almost the same, because my dad is always busy and my mom is like most of the time not super busy. But like now she has this program that she has applied for, so she has to study for it, and I guess that makes like my mom a little bit more busy. So, but my dad still spends a lot more time than usual at home.
Yeah, I think for me it's also like the parents shared. it's a blessing that I'm able to slow down my work pace and spend more time with family, even though angel feel is not enough. I believe
yes.
kids, they always feel not enough. They want more and more. But I try to slow down myself and reduce my work hour and spend more time with him. Like we can go out, like walking or playing or riding bicycle. That's really a good time for us.
Wow, that's nice. I really want to ask someone who's also the only one who hasn't get a chance to talk. It's the father of the girls, right? So it's Mr. Jay Wingward. You're a lawyer, so usually I guess you're very, very talkative. But now with the full house of the girls, you didn't even get a chance to talk. Is that something that that always happened at your home? You're the one who listened the most and talked the least. So unmute before you speak. Thank you. Hello there, Mr. Wingward.
Hi there. Yes, that's right. I don't get to speak very often with these girls around, but it's been very fun to watch them with their teacher online dance. They do online dance, online art, online piano, and then their core studies, math, English, Chinese, language arts. So it's been really fun for me to watch them flourish at home, but I know they're excited to go back to school to be with their friends.
Yeah, but let's say there's something that the girls have changed according to your observation in the past several months, something that you really appreciate, that you really think is a good thing in terms of those changes. What are they?
My girls get along much better now than they did before because they've had to work together and share a space, a learning space. And they've had to share time with their teachers, dancing, piano. I've also watched them become more dedicated to piano, for example. They have more time at home, so they're required to find things to do, and they've done that.
So we give the chance to the kids to ask each other question. And before we wrap up, I just wonder, how about the parents here in different corner of the world? Do you have any question to ask to each other? So Wei Han, do you have any question to other families? You can go ahead. One second, you need to unmute. Thank you. Yes, now you're good to go.
Can you hear me now? Okay, so
yes.
So it is feared that the second outbreak of the COVID-19 may occur in the near future, and there may be another round of stay at home. So my question goes to Dr. Bo Lixian, what do parents, especially the Chinese parents, need to do to have a healthy relations with kids while keep pushing the kids on academic issues?
Okay. So
it's a very Chinese parent question, kind of.
Yeah, it's always challenging. Like when you try to push your kid and your expectation is really high, and then it might be really hard to, to enjoy the time with your kid. I think for kids, they are simple. They just want to play with you. They want to have fun, especially for younger age. So I think like just enjoy your time with your kids and just watch them grow up. And it's a time that when they grow up, they might not need you anymore. So it's precious. So just focus on the present moment, like have fun with them, play with them, laugh with them, and they can really appreciate that. And I think for kids, they also will enjoy that kind of intimate relationship. So for me, I always remind myself, okay, so when it's time for the kids, just put aside all your work, just stay and have fun with your kid. And I think that's good, right? Okay.
Nice. And I know the girls,
Thank
you can speak Chinese, the girls from the Wingward family. You can speak, some of them, you can speak really good Chinese. If you could share something in Chinese to our kids in this dialogue, because all the kids I think here can understand Chinese. So if we can have a representative to say some Chinese to your little friend here in China or in Canada, in different cities here in China, do you have something to say to us in Chinese? So who want to say it?
Go ahead.
Yes.
你们是做你们做弹琴吗？或者别的instruments?
You mean can you play piano? What is that correct? Oh.
Other instruments, she's saying. How many of the other kids play piano or other instruments?
Wow. Okay, hands up, Andrew. You can play piano, right? You must be familiar with the action that with the saying that actions speak louder than words. Instead of saying anything, can you just play to us? The girls. Do you want to hear that Andrew play some piano to us? Oh, nice. Okay, Andrew, what are you gonna play?
What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want? Okay. Oh, what do you want? Oh my God. Seriously, you can play everything?
That's good.
Girls from the Wingward family, what do you want to hear? Andrew can play it for you. Customized VIP treat. That's nice.
Or like a serious piece.
A serious piece?
No. They're like
Andrew, maybe
Disney songs. Does he know any Disney songs?
Any Disney song? Can you do that? Disney song and kind of serious one because you look really serious to them.
I'm really good at Disney songs or like pop songs. I'm more like a classical or like baroque.
Oh, classical or anything that you like. You want to share with us?
Okay, I'll just play something really short.
Okay. You decide.
Okay, I'll just play Bach.
You play Bach? Okay.
Sure.
You like Bach? Okay. Go ahead.
Wow, that's really good. Bravo. Is it good? You love it, right? Statement. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. That's really good. Bravo, Andrew. What about from the? I saw the girls from the Chen family. You also raise up. You can play piano as well, right? Athena or Amy?
And we
They're not prepared for it.
Sorry, what was that?
You can do it.
No.
Yeah.
You can do it. Do you want to show it?
Yeah, let's do it. No. We need to get.
Yeah.
We can get to the piano. No. Okay, all right.
No, not today.
Not today. Maybe next time. We'll save for the future,
Maybe
right?
next
Save
time.
for the future. Okay, great. So how is that? How is that? The girls from the Wingward family? Do you love it?
Amazing. We want to know how long he practices every day.
Two hours.
And Andrew, we can't really hear you. Can you repeat that? So how?
I think.
Yeah, during COVID, so he has more time to practice,
Yeah.
like every day about 2 hours, right?
Yeah, maybe no. Like morning 2 hours, probably afternoon like half an hour.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Wow. So you just for morning sessions 2 hours and afternoon another 30 minutes. Do you do this voluntarily, or is like your parents supervise and force you to do it?
Not really, because like sometimes I get like morning more and afternoon less because I have something else to do in the afternoon. So I just put everything like all the hard ones and some easy ones in the morning, and then play the rest in the afternoon, and then I can make it in time for the other things that I need to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
that's
Andrew,
nice.
he really loves music. So we don't really need to force him to play. So he's quite like everyday schedule. So
Yeah.
that's good. Like for the COVID-19, he learned how to manage his time properly.
He doesn't even have time for you because he keeps himself so occupied, right?
No.
No. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. And I know many of the kids today, boys and girls, you love music, and many of you and also our international viewers about that. Hello there, can you hear me? Hello?
甜蜜蜜，你笑得甜蜜蜜，好像那快在前方里，若可真相不起，爱在梦里，梦里见过你。甜蜜甜下甜蜜，是你，是你，我只是想是你。
Wow, that's so good. It's amazing. Bravo, bravo. I love it. Statement, do you love it? Do the pretty girls sing just now? Why you become so shy again? You need to unmute, Wei Han.
不住了。
Sorry.
Oh,
do you want
okay.
to go to the toilet?
Yes.
Go to the bathroom
Yes, go
now?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. What about you, Danny? Do you like the girl in Chinese? Do you know which song they were saying? Hi, Danny. Can you hear me? And you need to unmute before you speak.
Yes.
Danny, how were they? Do you like them saying?
甜蜜蜜啥的。
Oh, 甜蜜蜜. Is that correct?
还要唱歌。
Gracie, Savannah, is that correct? Is that 甜蜜蜜, right? Nice. Can you explain to us? Oh, nice. Did you see, Danny? You have to, Danny, 你抬一下头，你看看 the girls do it again. Did you see the sum up? Because you just got the name right. Did you see the sum up from the girls? Yeah, nice. So, So, Gracie or Savannah, with the girls from the Wingward family, can you introduce to us? Do you know the meaning of the song, or what does 甜蜜蜜 mean? And why do you want to sing this song for us today? You need to unmute before you speak. Thank you. So, what is 甜蜜蜜in English? You think? It's a kind of sweetness, right? Sweetness, happiness, right? And why do you want to sing that song to us? Is it because you want to bring some happiness to our viewers and also the guests for today? Yes? Okay. And finally, I want to ask everyone, so the kids, let's start with the Wingward family. If you could, express your wishes to our viewers and also our guests for today, you can express your wishes in English or in Chinese. What will that be? The girls?
Go ahead, Sam.
If you could say some like wishes to the viewers here in China and maybe from other countries, where we can have a representative from the Wingward family, either to speak in Chinese or in English to express your best wishes. Yes, go ahead. Oh, thank you. You wish everyone a happy life, right? Happiness? Nice. Thank you. Andrew, you. What will be your good wishes to everyone? Can you say it in both English and Chinese?
I don't want to say it.
Or
Okay.
yeah, English is good.
Okay, sure. I wish everybody can stay healthy and stay
Stay
safe.
healthy. Yeah, stay healthy and stay safe. That's really important. And the girls from the Chang family, Amy and Athena, what will be your wishes like?
Okay, Amy, go first. Oh.
可以说。
祝大家身体健康。
Oh, thank you. And Athena, that's so sweet.
As for me, I hope everyone cherishes this time because while it's very special and unique, and we should all use this time to work hard and do a lot of things that we were going to do before. And maybe like after the pandemic is over, we'll all have new talents. We'll all learn. We'll all have more appreciation for the world that we live in, and yeah, learn to have a lot of gratitude.
Mm-hmm. That's really well said. Yeah, thank you. What about Danny and Stamen? Oh, Stamen, you're back. Great to have you back. So, Danny, 如果你给大家在最后我们收尾之前说几句祝福的话，给我们的小朋友在今天的节目里以及正在收看我们直播的朋友们，你想跟大家说什么呢？可以用中文或者英文说。请讲。
祝女神越来越美，祝男神越来越帅。
Cindy, can you help Danny translate?
Hope every girl can be more beautiful in the next year, and also every boy can be more handsome. That's really nice wishes.
That's really nice wishes. I totally agree. And finally, Stamen, 你跟你的爸爸一起给我们送一个祝福，好不好？你能不能抱着你的大熊猫一起？最后我们一起给大家送一个祝福。
Remember to put on your masks up.
Louder, please. A little bit louder. A little bit louder. 大声一点。A little bit
大声
louder.
一点，能再说一遍吗？
Yes.
Remember, put on your mask.
Remember to put on your mask when you go outside. Yeah, always to put on your mask.
That's very, very sweet and considerate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Well, going through the pandemic is a really tough time for everyone, every family, in every country. But we have to make changes and also sometimes sacrifices to adapt to the new life or the new changes impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. But I always like to say that what didn't defeat you will only make you stronger. And through this tough period of time, we have seen some positive changes. And one of them is the families and the communities are becoming stronger, closer and ever more connected. And I think this is the great story and one of the highlights shared by our families today joining our dialogue. So I really want to say thank you to all the girls and boys for your talents, for your time. Thank you to all the parents for sharing with those those really invaluable experiences. Thank you to our followers for your submission. And we'll have more to come on Friday. Thank you and bye for now. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. You did an amazing job.